This is not new, and that is the problem.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez excoriated Republican Congressman Ted Yoho on the House floor on Thursday, accusing him of using a profane gender-based slur on the steps of the U.S. Capitol this week.
What Mr. Yoho did...
In relaying that incident Thursday, AOC used some of the strongest language ever heard on the floor. Be warned, you will hear this language in our report. The New York Democrat said it happened when Yoho accosted her on the Capitol steps Monday.
I was minding my own business, walking up the steps, and Representative Yoho put his finger in my face. He called me disgusting.
She said she called his comments rude, and when she walked away, he used the insult.
There were reporters in the front of the Capitol, and in front of reporters, Representative Yoho called me, and I quote, a fucking bitch.
While the New York Democrats said the remarks made by Yoho were not deeply hurtful because she's experienced the same type of behavior before, she felt she had to speak out after Yoho's statements on the House floor the day before.
I rise to apologize for the abrupt manner of the conversation I had with my colleague from New York. Having been married for 45 years with 2 daughters, I'm very cognizant of my language. The offensive name-calling words attributed to me by the press were never spoken to my colleagues, and if they were construed that way, I apologize for their misunderstanding.
Ocasio-Cortez said she found that apology inadequate and took Yoho to task for using the women in his life as, quote, shields and excuses for poor behavior.
Mr. Yoho mentioned that he has a wife and 2 daughters. I am 2 years younger than Mr. Yoho's youngest daughter. I am someone's daughter, too. Having a wife does not make a decent man. Treating people with dignity and respect makes a decent man.
AOC's comments were the latest in an escalating feud. According to a report Monday from the news website The Hill, Yoho had a brief exchange with Ocasio-Cortez in which he called her, quote, crazy for previously suggesting that unemployment and poverty due to the COVID-19 pandemic is leading to a spike in crime in New York City. Yoho told her she was out of her, quote, freaking mind, the paper reported, and walked off with Republican Texas Congressman Roger Williams. As they parted ways, the newspaper said Yoho uttered the slur.
I could not allow that to stand.
Ocasio-Cortez said her speech on the House floor was to show her family that they did not raise her to, quote, accept abuse from men.